With us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
To try to get a matchup with a gunner. Goes the lead. Francis is gunner.
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding. Wow. It's very rare. What a finish.
Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out? Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to
It's a knockout.
Oh my
It's a knockout.
And it's closing in, trying to finish it, and it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Buck is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it. Punch me right in the face, man.
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Piercing. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the tangent.
Yes! That's it! Spin! Wheel kick hit. Now you're gonna get it, Bobby!
I think you've had enough.
Noah?
Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow! How good is this? Finish him! Get him a body bag! Yeah!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the Book of Brawl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
Gotta be very careful.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Sports Betting Show with your hosts, Trigger Joe, Send It 7 Pearson, and the Big Earl. UFC, NFL, if it's on, we're betting on it.
Happy Saturday. What's up, Gruntworks? What's up, Veteran Trash Talk? We have a special guest here today for our UFC 272 picks. All right, we got Brandon K. All right, many of you just like me, no idea who you are. Okay, but Brandon K has a very successful YouTube channel and fight picks. I believe it's called Brandon K MMA, correct?
Something like that.
Yeah, so just look up Brandon K. I'm pretty sure Chris has shared the links. And
looks like a New Balance symbol.
Yeah, it looks like New Balance. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But, hey, I don't know about you guys, but the last 4 weeks of our bank accounts has been getting larger. Okay, so make sure that you pay attention and do what I do. All right, and you write down what these guys say. And just remember, don't pick what I pick unless you're trying to have really long odds and make money, because I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. All right. So with us is we got Triggered Joe Britson, who is, I think, still 4 points behind the champ, Bill Send It 7. All right. And of course, I am the Big Earl. And again, special shout out to Brandon K, our guest picker. So he is going to take on the experts. So this is actually the first time where I think there's an actual qualified expert to go against our experts. Because every other time we bring on guys like George or whoever. Although the one guy, what was it, Yako? Yako kicked the shit out of you guys.
He picked Rose to knock out Waylay in the first one, and that's how he killed us. He picked
so we had to buy him a shirt, and I think he still sports it pretty proud at Kennedy's gym. So big shout out to those guys out there.
13 black belts, BJJ black belts in the military, in the Army, Brandon, just so you know, this dude's legit.
Yeah, he came out and just embarrassed these guys with fight picks.
He's also the head of security for Five Finger Death Punch. That is true. That is his job. So it's pretty
very nice. Very nice.
But hey, you guys are watching. Make sure you go check out his YouTube channel and ours, and subscribe and do all that good stuff. I think you gotta hit the bell and all that, whatever's going on. And then big shout out to our sponsors. We got 10th Mountain Whiskey. All right, so we're not drinking that yet, but it's coming in a couple hours, and we'll get after that. And then the Veterans Mortgage Source with Zach Farkas. So go on our website, VeteranTrashTalk.com, and all the links to everybody are there. Everybody who supports the mission and all that stuff. So go ahead and support veteran-owned businesses. That's what we're all about. All right, let's get after it. The first fight, these guys, remember, stick around to the end because they'll give you their locks, their parlays, and their DraftKings sleeper. And, that's when you start writing it down. Make sure you write it down. But the first one, you got a heavyweight fight, and you got Spivak at 13-3, and he's going against, Greg Hardy at 7-4. Now, in my extensive research of this fight, you
finally found a UFC fighter Nick knows something about.
Yeah, I dug into it, and yes, Greg Hardy did body slam a woman on a bed once and got in a lot of trouble. So I'm gonna go, and Spivak again. He's got an Eastern European name, so we're gonna call him Ukrainian, and we're gonna go with the Ukrainian again. The Ukrainian's gonna beat the woman beater first round TKO. Brandon, guest picker. Do you see it that way?
Oh, putting it on me first. No, I don't see it that way. I'm torn though. I'm not confident either way, but you have to take it's a tough one. It's like, which way does the value lie? Is the value on Spivak for not being a huge favorite against this guy? Because Hardy, no gas tank on this guy, but he's got power and he's a beast, like NFL background, not an easy guy to manhandle. I don't know. I'm gonna take Hardy. I'll take Hardy in this one.
Takes a real man to hit a woman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of courage.
Yeah, so. He's knocked out a few big boys in the cage too. So, yeah, luckily for me, I don't look at the, don't care what they look like, what they do outside the cage. In the cage, he's all right. Hard guy to take down. So
that's a good point. That's why, guys, all you viewers out there, that's why you listen to these guys and not me. I pick based on their names and what they look like. Everybody else picks off how good they actually fight.
I do like the shaved head, though. Spivak shaved his head. I do kind of like that. That means he's got the right mentality, but who knows?
All right, let's start with the champ. Bill, what say you on this fight?
I actually went with Spivak on this one solely because of Greg Hardy's gas tank. As Brandon said, Hardy's gas tank lasts about a round. Sorry. Spivak, his 3 losses were in the first round, so that's what you got to worry about. I think as long as he can avoid Hardy's power in that first 2.5 minutes, I think he's going to be good. So I went with Spivak. I'm going to go Spivak by decision. I think Hardy's going to gas out, and then it's just going to be a boring 2 fat guys wrestling around with each other into a boring decision.
All right, Bill's got it. Spivak by decision. Joe, Trigger Joe, what do you say?
This is mark them down. This is gonna be a score separator. Didn't feel this way earlier, but after further research and the arm punches do come into play, and big fat guys lose their power when they lose their gas tanks. So I think Spivak knows that Hardy knows he's got to take his head off inside of 1.5 rounds. And I think Spivak's good enough to stay out of that range. But if Hardy connects, he's much bigger. And I'm going to go ahead and say Hardy wins a decision based on the amount of damage he does when he connects. And when Spivak tries to wrestle or tries to grapple, he's too heavy to manhandle and he gets the better of the scrambles. And I just think that Hardy wins a decision that's probably electric for about a round, and then gets to be a snoozer at the end. So I'm going to go Hardy decision, but I probably am not going to bet this fight.
All right, there you have it. So it looks like we got a point right away on the first fight of the night on the main card. That's going to be awesome. So let's see.
Brandon, how did you call this fight ending?
Yeah, I like what you're saying. Hardy
You're going decision? Okay.
I can see him just kind of scaring Spivak with the power early and then kind of making it, stopping the takedowns. Yeah, we'll see. Late TKO though, Hardy carries power. Like, he carries it. So we'll see.
So maybe a good bet here.
We gotta pick. You going decision, Brandon?
Yeah, I think the over 1.5. If you can get something good on that, that might be worth the look.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like. Sounds like with you guys, with the experts talking, and I'm the gambler. I'm going with the over.
Trust me, I'm a gambler.
I like Brandon's a poker player, Nick.
Nice.
Used to be.
Yeah. We all used to be poker players. we all used to have a stack at one point. Somebody. But all right, let's go to the next one. We got a welterweight fight, and we got this guy named Holland at 21-7, and then Oliveira at 22-14. What's Holland's first name?
Kevin.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't
know
like
him.
it.
We've lost money on him.
Yeah, I don't like it. I knew there was something off about Kevin. Kevin's can't fight. So I'm gonna go Oliveira. He's gonna another first round KO because guys with name Kevin just can't do it. I mean, only Kevin McAllister is the only one to ever win a fight. All right, so Brandon, what say you?
Honestly, it's a pay-per-view, and these first two are honestly 50-50 in my opinion. I know Holland is like a 3.5 to 1 favorite. That is crazy to me. Cowboy is like one of the craftiest dudes in the UFC. He finds ways to win. Holland looks really skinny at 170. I'm kind of worried about that. Just if Oliveira can kind of grab him and take him to the ground, this guy can win a decision. I'm going to take Holland though. I think he'll stop Oliveira in like the 3rd round, something like that, because Cowboy's a quitter. So that's what I'm rocking with.
So nice. You're going Holland. What round? 3rd?
Yeah, I'll take that 3rd round. KO.
KO. Boom. All right. Now let's stick with Joe. Trigger Joe. What do we got?
Same guy, different round. I think Holland figures it out and connects enough towards the end of the first to where he has enough to finish him off in the second, and I think he TKOs him. Oliveira is tough, but he does turtle. He didn't used to, but he doesn't look like the same guy. Yeah, I mean, he's crafty, but so is Holland, and I think Holland knows, like, dude, your gimmick is about to be up if you don't win this one, because this one you should win. So I've got Holland. Honestly, I know Brandon said he's got a 50-50, but I got Holland as one of my locks.
Nice.
And, I got him by 2nd round TKO.
Perfect.
I think that he knows that talking while Brunson's holding you against the mat, that shit left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And if he's going to actually win a fan base back and be exciting and make money, he's going to have to do something electric. So I got him winning by TKO.
Awesome. The champ, Bill, what you got?
Half agree with Jim. I got Holland 2nd round TKO. Definitely not a lock because Holland has a tendency to come in and act like a jackass and lose a fight for no reason.
Yep.
And so I'm with Joe on that one. I think he knows that if he keeps this little gimmick bullshit up, he's done.
Gonna be just that, yeah.
He's gonna be. So he has to come out and get a finish. I mean, he's looking at what Oliveira's 3 straight losses, so this will be his 4th. Now, if this was Oliveira 8 years ago, it'd be a different conversation. But now, I think after that Nico Price fight and what was it, Randy Brown, I mean, he needs to go really. But I got Holland 2nd round TKO. But I'm with Brandon. I think the odds should be a lot closer just based on Holland's jackassery.
I wish they were a lot closer because he's gonna win and it would pay a lot better. But
I hope so. I really hope Holland doesn't come out and keep acting like the dipshit he's been acting like. So I'll go Holland 2nd round TKO.
All right, perfect. Hey, before we go to the 3rd fight, all right, just another quick shout out to our mission. All right, we here at Veteran Trash Talk now with Gruntworks, all right, our sole purpose is to build up veteran companies and veteran causes, all right, and do everything we can to just provide the answer to somebody who's in need at some point in time. And with that, we have our store. Okay, so go to gruntworksclothing.com or shop.veterantrashtalk.com. Put in the code VTTGW and get a discount while you're watching the show. Our new Ukrainian line, All right, so you'll see the Saint Javelin of Ukraine. Okay, that shirt. If you watched our show last Saturday, we have the Ultimate Sacrifice Foundation, and they are in the process of getting a couple of families that they have connections with from Ukraine to the United States. So that's going to cost some money. All right, and so proceeds from all the Saint Javelin shirts, up they go. All right, so once we get you guys start buying that, you're going to help a couple of Ukrainian families through the Ultimate Sacrifice Foundation. But all right, the third fight.
What's more freaking badass than that? Seriously, though. I love that. I love those dudes at Ultimate Sacrifice. It's fucking great story, man.
Yeah, and then I'm actually golfing with one of them tomorrow, so it should be a good time. With the other guy out here in El Paso. So Callahan, I think he got kicked out of the academy with you.
Fucking tank on the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he had some issues.
Yeah.
Pull that I can't swing shit on the 14th hole again.
Yeah, good friends with Blackshire. So those guys are all fun guys. All right. So a featherweight fight, which I think those are the guys that I don't care about because they're tiny, right? Like, and it's like, oh, look how sexy and strong he is. Dude, he weighs 110 pounds. All right, shut up. All right. So Barboza at 22-10. All right, versus Mitchell. I mean, when you take a look at Mitchell, all right, does this guy look like a fighter to you? All right, but he's 14-1. And looks like a little pansy. All right. So he obviously grew up in some meth lab areas, all right, in Arkansas, and that's where he got most of his training. So that's why I'm going to call this one in a second round submission. All right. And Mitchell is going to actually bite his ankle because that's how they scrap and fight in the meth labs. Right. He's going to with his 3 teeth left, he's going to bite his ankle. The ref's not going to see it. And then Barbosa is going to tap. So Brandon, you see an ankle biter submission here in the second round.
I don't hate your prediction, to be honest with you, as weird as that sounds. This guy actually cut his ball sack open. I don't know if you know that story, but might have happened. Yeah, who knows what happened there. Anyways, Bryce is a guy who like I just don't pick right. I'm taking Barboza in this one. I'll just say that off the bat, but I do not pick Bryce right. I just underrate this guy every time, but he's just an incredibly strong grappler. And what worries me is everybody's on Barboza. A lot of people I talk to, sharp guys, are on Barboza just to dog money, but the odds makers have been pinning like guys in this range on the main card in the past 3 events. These slight favorites have been winning. This guy's undefeated. He's a young, strong guy. But I'm still going to take Barboza by TKO. Bryce is horrible on the feet. Like, this guy, if you watch him on the feet, he's horrible. Like, he's got nothing for Barboza. It's just it's a mismatch on the feet. Yeah, if he bites him and gets that sub, he'll win.
I wonder what the odds are on that one.
I'm not comfortable either way on this one. I think it'll go like over 1.5, maybe go to decision, but either dude could win this one. I'll take Barboza.
TKO third round?
Decision.
Decision.
Undefeated guys don't let their O go easily. You'll notice a lot of those guys, even if they lose, it's going to the cards because they don't want to lose. So we'll see.
Gotcha. All right, let's stick with the champ. Bill, what say you on this fight?
I hate picking this fight.
I can't wait for this fucking thing, man. This is gonna be a good one.
I'm going with Bryce. Brandon brings up a good point though, is on the feet, they're not even in the same ballpark. And Barboza's kicks are just nasty. So I can actually see Barboza just going to town on Bryce's legs for the first round. I'm picking Bryce to come out, and I'm going with a sub, believe it or not. I think if he gets him down, and I'm also worried about Edson coming down. What's that?
You going Twister?
Yeah. The only thing that makes me hesitant about that is I know Barboza is going down a typical weight class for him too, so he might be the bigger dude going into once they step in the octagon. I'm still going to go with Bryce Mitchell. We'll go with sub. Late second round.
Second round. All right. So we got.
But like Brandon said, if this stays on the feet, Barboza's going to wreck this dude. They are not in the same ballparks on the feet. So Bryson has to get him on his back and keep him there.
All right. So Joe, what say you on this fight?
Oof, I wavered on this one. I went back and forth. But I'm going to go with Bryce And I'm going to say simply because Barbosa is a legitimate grappler, like he can, he's not going to be easy to sub like some of the guys he has. He's definitely going to dominate him on the ground as far as position wise. I think he eats a few of Barbosa's shots, realizes I don't want to do that again. And he's got really good foot movement. And I actually, there was a spot in the Feely fight where he got tagged, and you could see it on his face because he usually takes damage, this kid, really well. He usually takes a punch and is like, all right, no problem. You didn't throw me off my rhythm, nothing. But he took a shot and his corner starts screaming, move your feet. And he immediately like snapped out of it, started moving his feet and worked himself out of trouble and got a double leg. Now, Feely is not Barbosa by any means. He's like a Barbosa light, and that's a compliment. That's even a stretch. Feely's a very good striker. And Bryce was outclassed on the feet, and he won the fight.
I never lost.
I'm not saying Barbosa's the same, but what Barbosa doesn't have that Feely does is youth. He's getting a little bit older. They get later into those rounds. That kid bear hugging him for 6-7 minutes by the end of the second round. And I think he wins with a dominant third round that spent mostly with Barbosa on his back. So I got Bryce by decision with about 6 or 7 takedowns.
All right, I just want to throw some out there to the audience and to our.
You could also get knocked out.
Yeah, I have never lost in the octagon. So, if you want to take my advice, I am undefeated. So just keep that in mind. All right,
who'd you beat?
It doesn't matter.
Entered.
Yeah, I mean, I've won some matches on the grass.
That's neither here nor there.
But that's neither here or there. But I've never won any in the octagon either. But undefeated is still the truth. All right, so now the co-main. It's one of those catchweight fights. I learned what that was a couple weeks ago.
Hanging my boo-boo lip out on this one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Now this, again, when you look at this one closely, it's pretty easy to pick. So you got Dos Anjos, all right, at 30 and 13. I live in El Paso, so I can speak Spanish. No big deal. And then Moicano, all right, he's 16, 4 and 1. Now, again, just take a look at these pictures. All right.
Hey Nick, by the way, they're versus Brazil, so you need to speak Portuguese.
Portuguese, yeah. It depends on what part of Brazil. Who's from Brazil? Moicano?
No, both of them.
Both of them? Oh, it doesn't matter. All right. So here we go with this one. If you look at these two guys, all right, this is a classic pick. It's too easy. All right. Daniels is going to jailhouse initiate Moicano into the cartel.
Oh my God.
All right. So if you look at that mustache and you just look at how mean he looks, all right, this is literally, that part, what's that scene in Training Day, when they got him in the bathtub, with the gun in his mouth, like that's
he's been in that situation.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen. All right, so it's not going to be pretty. But it's all for a good cause to get Moicano into the gang. And so after Moicano takes his lumps, so I'm going to go decision because he's going to make him earn it. All right, so Dos Anjos decision, jailhouse initiation. Brandon, what say you?
Yeah, wild. I don't know how to follow that one up. I was leaning Moicano. It got bet down to.
But I swayed you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think he got bet down to like plus 180 or something like that. So I feel like if Moicano hits odds like that, you have to throw some money on him. But that was the only reason I was leaning him. I think RDA, Moicano's taking the fight on 2 days' notice, something like that. RDA is old though. He's 38 almost, 2 years layoff. So
he's the Godfather.
Yeah, that's fucking old. He's got to get in the cage and fight a young guy. But think about Moicano, he's not really like a pressure threat. He's kind of just a point fighter, and he's a good submission guy. Not really worried about that. So yeah, RDA probably gonna just start battering him round 3 on. This dude's just gonna gas, and I'm not really worried about the knockout. So jailhouse initiate. Do his thing.
All right, now let's stick with Trigger Joe here for this fight. Who you got?
We ain't gonna have any separation on this one. I got the same thing. Moicano fought 2 weeks ago, and Dos Anjos has been preparing for a 5-rounder. They just took another 5 pounds off of what Dos Anjos has to cut because Moicano's gonna be bigger. But I agree that Dos Anjos takes over in the third and wins going away. Probably 49-46.
There you go. There you go. So I'm glad to see everybody starting to pay attention to the Big Earl's picks. All right. So the champ, Bill, what say you?
Just to give us some separation.
Oh. Ooh, it's a little saucy.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna go with RDA.
Oh, okay.
First round TKO.
Ooh, first round.
Bill says first round.
First round. I'm old. I'm getting out of the octagon right now. I'm gonna go have a beer. That's what Bill's saying.
One, because when Moicano loses, it's first round knockouts. He's chinny.
Chinny. I like
problem is RDA is old.
What's
It doesn't have that knockout power that you would want for that call.
He's like, dude, it was a 75-mile-an-hour shin off my chin. Okay, what would you have done?
Moicano's also getting some extra pounds too. I think
Yeah.
that might help him out a little
But
bit.
just to give us some separation.
There you go.
I'll go RDA.
Bill's looking at a championship round right here.
But what I did laugh about was Moicano did take this fight last minute. Makhachev said he wanted to fight last minute just to settle an old beef. And Joe says this, RDA wants nothing to do with Makhachev, bro. And I told you he's going to run through Bobby Green like shit through a goose.
Hey, the inside intel is that why wouldn't they make that?
What
fight?
inside intel, Joe? Google? Like, what are you talking about?
Yes, Wikipedia.
Yeah, no, any picker out there says that the fight was offered up and Islam turned it down, not RDA. So
we'll have to get to the bottom of this.
But Bill, yours is an opinion as well, is what I'm saying. Saying,
so yours is so Joe's is Google, yours
but my opinions are usually
okay, so he's being trained by who? Khabib. How many fights did Khabib pull out of? They won't
my
fight
opinion
unless
is
they're
always
ready.
right, just like the Bobby Green fight we argued about.
Oh man, here we go. You're gonna get Joe all triggered again. That's fine. So
Bill's got an opinion. I've got actual reports, and Bill's saying that I'm all
right. So this is
Joe, whose opinion makes him the champ for a year?
Post the report on Facebook on BTT's Trigger Joe. Post the reports, then tag Send It 7 in there, and then now we could have a discussion because I'm sure Tanner Port will get in there. I just got in a nice argument with him. I got him all triggered. I had him.
Bill's had his ego fluffed up by Nick for so long that you can't argue with him.
What are you talking about? I said we're gonna have a battle right here.
He's been called the champ for so long, he thinks his word is God.
That I have to call him that until you beat him. All right. So I'm pretty sure that.
Do I look mad?
Jesus.
Do I look bad?
So if you go to the Big Earl cards,
no way.
I probably am leading in points with the Big Earl cards because I've called some major upsets. But either way, let's go to welterweight, the main event of the evening, and it's not a title fight, right? So I heard on my Google machine, I saw some.
No one's beating the champ in that.
I saw some reports. I saw some reports, Joe, that people are not happy that UFC 272 does not have a title fight. But we got Colby Covington at 16-3 versus Masvidal at 35-15. Where's Colby from?
Originally, I think he's from Oregon, and then he moved to Florida to train with top teams. So
yeah,
I think
I'm gonna go USA first round knockout.
Yeah,
Colby
he's from
Covington.
Springfield, Oregon.
All right, and there's gonna be a huge USA chant going. He probably trained with the militias up in Oregon and then moved down with the Rednecks down in Florida. So I got to see Colby taking this first round knockout. Brandon, what say you?
Yeah, I think Masvidal's American too. Not too sure about that. But yeah.
Yes.
No idea. Family came from Cuba.
Yeah, no, he's definitely American. But yeah, Colby all day.
USA is gonna win. I'm right then. So
yeah, Colby's a real American hero for sure. He's gonna win this one. I think Jorge is just old. He looked horrible at the weigh-ins. Like I don't know what he was doing. He just drove from the sauna to the weigh-ins in a towel. Like I don't know. This guy's a mess. I think Jorge at this point just fighting for a paycheck. He also just signed like a big new deal. I didn't even know he's that popular, but I just feel like he's comfortable. Like Colby's really gonna smash him. You know, like I don't either. I don't know why Jorge's
gonna get out of him.
Yeah, who really cares about Jorge Masvidal? I mean, I don't. But yeah, there's the odds. Yeah, but like it's
a skill.
I don't know.
But so is Colby. Colby knows how to market himself better.
You guys know what it is. If he can sell pay-per-views, he's gonna keep getting fights.
But I can't even imagine him selling.
Got a stone bet.
He sell to?
Who's that? After he knocked out Askren, he became, to all the people that don't watch MMA.
No, that's a lie. Like that's a lie that Ben Askren told. The truth is, like he knocked Darren Till out, and the UFC has a huge UK market, and so I bet it's a lot of like UK people actually buying Jorge's, pay-per-views low key.
They
But
went silent when he knocked him out. That was in London, was it not?
yeah, that's probably his slickest performance because Askren's horrible. But yeah, Colby is gonna really like demolish Jorge. I don't see any way for Jorge to win this one. Like Jorge's a pretty easy guy to predict and gauge, to be honest with you. And he surprised me with Till. He surprised me with the Askren the way he did it. But I mean, Maya had this dude's back easily. Like Colby is gonna really hurt him. I think Colby can stop him. Actually, I'm gonna take Colby. I'm like 3rd round, 4th round TKO.
Damn it.
All right, you got to go 3rd or 4th, Brandon. We get real precise here with the point systems.
4th.
4th. He's going 4th. A lot of thinking went into that one. So all right, let's stick with I can't call him the champ anymore because that bothers Joe.
It doesn't bother me.
The guy who has the
doesn't agree with, he's like, yeah, Joe, who's the champ? And it's like, I do a little research,
The guy who has the point lead in our competition is who we'll go with next. That is Bill Senate 7 Pearson.
I'll call him the champ. He's winning the competition right now.
Who by record has more validity than Joe. So whatever. Yeah, something I can't say it because I don't want to trigger.
I knew his pocket holder would chime in.
Yeah,
that's the crystal hanging on the Nick Bill's pocket.
So Bill, who you got this fight?
I don't think any of us are going to disagree on Colby. And here's the thing with Colby Covington: he's got a good chin. I mean, he's gone the distance or not the distance every time, but he's gone 5 rounds with Kamaru Usman both times, and Kamaru hits like a fucking freight train. And Jorge got wrecked by Kamaru Usman. And here's the other thing: Colby's gas tank is almost non-existent. He just keeps going. He almost reminds me of that old GSP cardio. Colby's gas tank is never ending. And Jorge doesn't have that shit. So I started to get worried when they said Colby left top team down there because of all the drama with, I guess, Dustin Poirier, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. It had me a little worried, but I don't think it's going to make a big difference. So I'm still going with Colby. He can't finish Jorge too. I'm going to go Colby decision. I think he's just going to wear down Jorge. I think Jorge's gas tank versus Colby. I think Colby's just going to keep the pressure on him way too much. So you know what? I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go Colby. He's going to finish Jorge 4th round.
4th round. Sticking with Brandon. Yeah,
I just don't think Masvidal's gas tank is going to last, and Colby's just going to wear him down.
I know what Bill's doing.
I think it's a combination. I think it's a combination of his tank wearing down, and Colby just doesn't stop punching. And Jorge's eventually going to do like a Derek Lewis turtle. Not really a turtle, but he's going to cover up enough to where I think that they'll pull him off and stop him. I give Jorge the respect that his chin will probably last. But I do see a stoppage very possible also.
I think it'll be stoppage just from his heart giving up.
So Joe, you're going Colby for what round are you going Colby in?
Honestly, man, when Brandon said 4th round TKO, that's why I said fucks. That's what I got.
Yeah, and I think you gave away your card because Bill's being very strategic here to where.
Give me the decision. Actually, you know what? Everyone,
we're gonna let Brandon.
Where's your receipt? Where's your receipt?
Because Bill was going to call something else, but because he went a little wild card on the fight prior to this was his safe bet, so he changed it.
Cheers.
Cheers. I talked myself into a finish.
Yeah,
I just want to say that Bill's taking no underdogs on the main card, Bill.
I am not.
That's what happens. Hey, so all right,
which is dangerous.
Let's get to the money part. Now, I know Brandon he charges for his picks because he's
how dare you? How dare you?
So I don't know if this is what we'll do. Brandon, give us a plug on all your links on where all of our watchers can get to your shows and get to your picks and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll go with these guys.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm just on YouTube. I think if you type in Brandon K MMA, something like that, Brandon MMA, I'm probably be the first guy that shows up. I'm on some other links too, Patreon. I put my picks out for free. But nice. I put videos out. You'll always get my picks for free. I just kind of make these other outlets. You know, I've had people who watch me for years. If you want to support me, do it. If not, no biggie. The goal is we all make money and have fun. You know what I mean?
Yep. Okay, perfect. Well, I didn't know if you charged, so I didn't want to make you give picks.
Let's talk money, man. Let's talk fights. I love it.
All right, so then let's stick with Brandon here. Remember, go on there. So Brandon, give us a parlay and give us your locks. Who's definitely going to win and who's the parlays?
Yeah, this is what I usually do like in a couple hours from now after a lot of scratching and like anxious fucking just thinking. Parlay. You gotta parlay the Habib squad, Tajir and Umar. I think that's safe. You might only get 2-1 for that. You can throw in some Colby, and you can also throw in. Don't throw in anyone else. That is as lockish as you can get, honestly. But I will give you a play that I love. And this is honestly, she's not on the main card. But with everything going on in Ukraine, the only Ukrainian fighter on the card is a 2.5-1 underdog in this fight. They have a lot of beef too. And they train together. This is a good style matchup for her. And honestly, it's my favorite play of the slate. And it's Marina Moroz. So I think that's a great play, especially with everything going on. Yeah. That's Agapova and Moroz. I'm not too sure where it comes in. It's probably
the first fight of the regular prelims, not the early prelims, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So that fight card just went up, and so there you go. There's the upset that Brandon is calling for. Okay. Now we'll go to Joe here because his Google server isn't as good as Bill's, obviously by the point system. So Joe, what does your Google system tell you is your blocks, your parlays, and your DraftKings sleeper?
There's so many DraftKings. You could build a really cheap card with Hardy, Malarkey, and Moroz. And then you could pretty much put whoever you want on the other side of your DraftKings card because those are all three really good underdog plays. But if I'm going to go with one underdog, I like Negumereanu over Ncheku. I just don't trust Ncheku's chin, and I like his power. Now, could it go the other way? Absolutely. But that's a prelim fight. Nikolai Negumereanu, the Romanian, over Kennedy Ncheku. So I like that as a DraftKings sleeper. The parlay I have in, I'll just read it off as I'm looking down. It's already, I had to put it in FanDuel because I'm in a non-gambling state now, so it's already in there. But Dustin Jacoby is a lock. He is going to smoke that dude. Colby is another lock. Nurmagomedov is a lock, but he's so expensive, you got to parlay him. So I'm going to roll with the big one here. I'm going to pick a couple fights off the prelims, early prelims, and the main and build a parlay. So I got Jacoby. I'm staying away from Elliot Ulanbekov. I know you guys both like Ulanbekov, but something about Elliot scares me. So I'm going Jacoby, Nurmagomedov, Marina Rodriguez, Kevin Holland, Dos Anjos, and Colby.
Nice. There's a long one. Guys got to write that one down. All right. So, okay.
My locks are Colby, Jacoby, and I did say Kevin Holland. Oh, I mean, Marina's a really strong play. I see her coasting to a decision. The over in that could be a very strong play also, but I'll turn it over to Bill because I just read off my whole FanDuel parlay. So not all of them. I got several in, but that was
perfect.
One.
Perfect. All right, Bill. What are the guy who's winning picks with all the points?
All right. So my locks are Dustin Jacoby, Colby Covington, and I like Marina Rodriguez too to be a lock. It's going to be a boring fight, but I think she's easily going to take that fight. Another lock will be Nurmagomedov and Ulanbekov. Now I'll give you an 8-fighter that I've already betted. So I'm going to read off my bet slip for you, and it'll give you about a plus 1250, I think it was when I bet
100 on it, Bill. Let's go.
So here's my 8-fighter for you: Colby Covington, Kevin Holland, Marina Rodriguez, Moroz Agapova, take the over 2.5. That'll go to a decision. Ulanbekov, Dustin Jacoby, Nurmagomedov, and RDA. That is my 8-fighter.
Oh, that's a great fucking parlay, man.
That's the exact same parlay as me with Ulanbekov.
Yeah, and that's about a plus 1247, I think it was, or maybe a 1250.
All right, so we go into the Sizzler tonight, boys. All right.
Do not forget to put Dustin Jacoby on. He's the first fight of the night, and he's actually pretty cheap for how well he's going to murk this dude. I might take him to finish that fight.
All right, guys. So hopefully, I'm glad Brandon's cell phone made it the hour that we did here. Thanks for coming on, Brandon. Check him out again. YouTube. Type in Brandon K MMA and give him a subscribe and give him some watches. And then again, We'll be right back here in a couple hours with the Veteran Trash Talk Hour. We have Carrie Beavers from Soldier Girl Coffee coming on the show. Now, this one's going to be a great show because when we book about 2-3 months out, and I was like, hey, let's give her some support. Well, now she's like in every store. She sponsors NASCAR. So hopefully she can give us some support. So I think we waited her out long enough to where she is now more popular than us, and now she can actually help our show out. So
that's the way it works.
Yeah, we're really excited to talk to her and promote her business. And Bill, last word, because you are the guy that's winning, but no, plug Gold Star Teen Adventures one more time.
Yeah, once again, everybody go to Gold Star Teen Adventures. They actually are doing some trips right now. They got our kids going out. Those of you who don't know, Gold Stars are family members of those soldiers who died in combat. Gold Star Teen Adventures takes these kids of our fallen soldiers and takes them out on trips, hunting trips, hiking trips, deep sea fishing trips, all that stuff. So please go Gold Star Teen Adventures. All the proceeds go to funding these trips for these kids.
Awesome. All right, guys, we will see you in a couple hours. Brandon, thanks for stopping by, and let's go fight.
Recording stopped.